What is up, guys? Welcome back to GameBird Classic. We have some exciting Nintendo news for you today. A brand new character revealed for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Suda51 shows off the very first gameplay of No More Heroes 3 in a live stream, as well as a brand new Pokemon Snap game. And is Nintendo ditching mobile games for good? That's what we're going to talk about right now. Welcome to GameBird Classic. So first up, I want to talk about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Nintendo's most ambitious Smash Bros. Game to date, and the roster just keeps growing and growing and growing. Now, a little while back, they announced that the next fighter they'd be bringing over from their new IP, ARMS. Now, I feel like this kind of took the wind out of the sails for a Smash announcement. One of the coolest things about Smash Fighter announcements is it's usually this cool, stylized trailer, and then it reveals at the very end that this character's coming to Smash and everyone goes crazy, whether it's at E3 or the Game Awards or during a Nintendo Direct. They really set up the hype. For this one, they announced hey, we've got a new Smash announcement soon. It's going to be from the game ARMS. Now, they didn't tell us which character. There was a lot of speculation for Twintelle. She's probably the crowd favorite, the most wanted. But we got Min Min. Now, I'm not a huge ARMS fan. I did have fun with the game for a little while, but it kind of lost its luster over time. However, I am really glad to see some representation in Super Smash Bros. I think Min Min's a great fit. She's just a unique character. I know a lot of people really wanted Twintelle. It's a bummer she didn't make it into the game, but I couldn't be happier with Min Min. She was my player of choice. That's who I rolled as, so I'm happy to see it. Who knows who we'll get next? Fingers crossed it's someone good. Next up, let's talk Pokemon Snap. Yes, you heard me right. The Pokemon Company just announced that they're coming out with a brand new Pokemon Snap game. Now, this was a huge surprise. I can't even believe we're talking about Pokemon Snap right now. This was a game that I adored as a kid on my Nintendo 64. I used to play this over and over again for hours and hours trying to find all the Pokemon, trying to get the highest score, and it's finally coming back. Something I never thought would happen, especially after the Wii U. A console that seemed designed for a Pokemon Snap with the gyro and the separate screen where you could actually use the controller as a camera, and we didn't get it there. And for good reason, because in hindsight, the Wii U sold like crap. And a Pokemon Snap game probably would have sold really poorly. Now what's interesting is what they're going to do to make this game feel more new and modern. Pokemon Snap was a lot of fun, but it came out on the Nintendo 64, and people were a lot more forgiving of smaller games. I mean, you could finish Pokemon Snap in I don't know, 1 to 2 hours. There was a lot of replay value, trying to find all the Pokemon, trying to find all the evolutions, using items and Pester Balls, trying to find different paths, secret paths through the game, but still trying to think of how they'd make a full-fledged game that feels worth that $60 price tag, if it releases at a $60 price tag, is gonna be tough. I definitely want to check it out, but I'm hoping that this is a budget purchase with some more modern features and maybe a more expanded roster, way more levels, more paths, maybe some questing would be really cool in that, quest types, who knows, we'll find out soon though. Next up, I want to talk about a game that I'm extremely excited for, and that's No More Heroes 3. I really love No More Heroes. No More Heroes 3 is set to release as an exclusive on the Nintendo Switch in 2020 this year, and while we haven't gotten any new details on the game, we did, however, get brand new gameplay footage. Suda51 took the liberty of trolling fans across the globe at the New Game Plus Expo 2020 stream. He opened up the conference with a monologue with gameplay of No More Heroes 3 in the background, clearly in the background, and he did not acknowledge the game at all. Now, Suda51 has a fantastic sense of humor and loves trolling the fans. He loves being a little jokester, and that's very clear in his games too with his sense of humor. He even took to Twitter to shed some words on the footage that we all saw. Now, while we don't have any new information about the game, it's obvious that it's deep into development, and I'm sure we'll be getting some new information very soon. Next up, we have Nintendo's mobile game development, and it looks like Nintendo may be stepping away from cell phone games. At least for now. When Nintendo announced they'd be developing games for smartphones, core Nintendo fans weren't exactly happy. Now, this came at a time when the Wii U was selling extremely poorly. They were only riding on the Nintendo 3DS, and shareholders were begging Nintendo to jump into the mobile market. And while their cell phone games received a lot of downloads, they weren't quite as profitable as I think Nintendo or shareholders were expecting. So for a lot of fans, today is a day of celebration. A lot of us don't want cell phone games. We don't care about cell phone games. We don't want microtransactions. We want good old Nintendo games on our Nintendo Switch and beyond. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button, helps me out. Hit that like button, helps me out also. And smash that notification bell so you can see when I upload next. And I'll see you all on the next Gamebird Classic. Peace. What are you doing? I still have tons more videos that you need to check out right now. You can start with this one or this one. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe.